Welcome to the Inspired by Jacqueline podcast, a refreshing place for women struggling with entrepreneurship, faith, or infertility. Stay tuned for today's episode. Hi, and welcome. Today's conversation is going to be about infertility. There, I said it. I can't believe it's been, 30 years since the first time that I constantly used that word, constantly heard that word. And here I am saying the word so confidently, so strong, so proud of myself, of everything that I have accomplished, gaining back my control of who I am. Infertility, it is not the easiest word to say when you're going through it. And it doesn't mean that 30 years later, I don't feel anything. It just means that I survived. I survived infertility taking control of me. I survived the depressive state that I was in. I survived. That's what it means to me. And this platform, other than the struggles with entrepreneurship and faith, it's also for the struggles of infertility. And it's not so much just for those who, like me, might be going through it or have gone through it, but it's also for everyone to listen in and understand what infertility is. Understand what infertility does to a person. As a woman, it takes away all of the control when you're not prepared to deal with it. So throughout the chats and conversations of the future episodes, I'll discuss more about what infertility is, what the stats are, words and conversations that are acceptable, even though sometimes saying nothing is acceptable. And yes, just like, let's say if someone's affected by cancer, you sometimes don't know the words to say or the right words to say to someone other than I'm sorry. That's not acceptable. So I'm using this platform to share what's acceptable, at least the support that that person needs. So as someone who has survived the dark moments of infertility, I am here to say that it is possible to find the right support group. It is possible to survive. It is possible to gain control of yourself as a woman. It is possible. And I'm not saying that men do not go through infertility, because that does happen. That is a reality. But because I am a woman and because my platform is geared towards women who are struggling in different aspects, infertility sucks. It does. It is nasty. It has no feelings. It doesn't care about your feelings. And when you have a chance to come out of that hole, that atmosphere that you're in, you get to appreciate the control that you gain back. You get to appreciate the control that you have within you to move on. You have to find your purpose in life. Just like you find the purpose of what you do, whether it's work, your career, your day-to-day life. So once you find your purpose, once you love yourself and love those who are supporting you and your journey, those who are helping you grow, who are extending a hand and showing the love, then that is the moment that you realize I am worthy. Not being a mother doesn't make me less worthy of a woman. Not being a mother does not make me less of a person. Not being a mother doesn't say I can't be a mother to someone else. I can't have motherly instincts. It simply says that I physically cannot have a child. And again, in the future conversations, future episodes, I will discuss why I made the choice to stop and move ahead. Why I made the choice to be a childless woman. Because there's a difference. There are different choices. There are different platforms and opportunities that a woman has, especially now compared to 30 years ago. No matter how many opportunities there are, I will say that there's still a struggle. It is not an easy road, whichever decision you make or take. It is just important that you gain control of who you are, that you understand who you are, that you are confident in who you are before you make these decisions. There could be so many people around you supporting you, and that's great and that's amazing and it's needed. But at the end of the day, when you're in that quiet room, when you're sitting down by yourself, when you are alone, you are saying, who am I? What the hell is going on? For me, God was my everything. I felt positive about myself. I felt control. The decisions that you make have to make sense to you. As a woman, it was my body, my choice, my decision. And then a conversation. So it's not to discredit your partner. It's not to discredit anyone who's supporting you. At the end of the day, the person who is diagnosed is going through the craziest moment, the most ugliest moment in their life, because they have no control over it. So they have to regain their control first in order to make sense of what's ahead. And does it make sense? Will it make sense? No. Does it still make sense to me 30 years later? No. Do I still feel cheated? Yeah, that's being transparent. I'm being transparent. I'm being real. But I know my purpose and I know my heart and I know that my path has impacted many, many, many people. And I know my path and my decisions will continue to impact people. But first, I had to be good with that. First, I had to be real with that. So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at infertility is no joke. Infertility is real. Infertility is something that needs to be understood more and more. There are people who have no clue what to say, how to say it, just like any other illness or disease. So this platform will be educational. I'm putting a disclaimer out there. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a counselor, but I've experienced it as a woman. My journey has been about infertility. My journey has been about strength and control and regaining it. So yes, I am experienced enough to talk about it. It just took me 30 years to bring it to light because I felt that there was a need for education, a need for me to share my story and provide you the tools and resources so that you can feel educated, so that you can regain your control, or so that you can help someone you love that needs that help, because it rips the person apart. But I survived and I am here to share my story. So with that said, stay tuned for the upcoming episodes of Inspired by Jacqueline. Take care.